One of the biggest problems or the biggest reasons that we have, I can tell you that right now, is respect. Many times a man will tell you that he doesn't get any respect at home and he don't feel respected. You're talking about from the wife to the children to the dog to the cat. Nobody respects him in the house. What's going on, everybody? I want to talk to you today about why men cheat. Why do men cheat? Now, that's a topic that's been coming up. I've been talking to a friend of mine about that lately, and she said that there is absolutely no reason for a man to cheat. Absolutely no reason for a man to cheat. And I beg to differ. Now, the reasons may not be acceptable, but nonetheless, there's always a reason for a man to cheat. And so I want to talk about that. But what I want you to do is live your best life by applying scripture to your relationship every single day. Especially if you say that you're a believer in Jesus Christ. If you're a follower of Jesus Christ, you've got to apply scripture to your relationships. You cannot do it your way. It cannot be my way or the highway. It has got to be the way that is prescribed in scripture. If we don't live according to scripture and we say that we are Christians, then we are hypocrites and we are not truly walking in fellowship with Christ. The Bible can't say one thing and you do something totally different. That's not the way it works. So anyway, why do men cheat? Several different reasons why men cheat. And there's a scripture that says, if a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Or sometimes I tell you, as some men will say, well, they didn't obtain any favor, and certainly it wasn't a good thing that they found. Because instead of a wife, they got a knife. Meaning she's nagging. She's always on their case. They're never happy. And so those are some of the reasons why men cheat. Because they're not happy. The wife is a nag. And they want to be around somebody that's not nagging them. They want to be around someone that makes them happy. They want to be around someone that makes them feel appreciated. A lot of times, too, a man will feel like he's unappreciated. And so he's going to go out to find somebody that appreciates him. One of the biggest problems or the biggest reasons that we have, I can tell you that right now, is respect. Many times a man will tell you that he doesn't get any respect at home and he don't feel respected. You're talking about from the wife to the children to the dog to the cat. Nobody respects him in the house. When a man feels like there is no respect, he's going to go somewhere. Can't get no respect. Rodney Dangerfield. Showing my age, but it's the truth. You know? And lack of commitment. If he's really not committed to the relationship, he's going to cheat. Now, one of the reasons why a man will be uncommitted is that sometimes when two people get married really, really early in life, they don't even know who they are yet. And they get married early, you can tell yourself there are going to be problems. Because more times than not, they end up having a lot of problems. Got to get married young. And so that's where the lack of commitment comes in, because then maybe later on he realizes he should not have married that person. He was too young. He wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. And now he's trying to back out because he's like, nah. As a matter of fact, he probably figured he found something better, so it's time to move on because, hey, this was a mistake in the first place. And then some men might feel bored in a relationship. There is no fun. There is no joy. There is no happiness. They just feel bored and they're like, I got to get out of this. This is not what I expected. You know, when it started out, it was nice and fresh and whoa, couldn't get enough. Now they want to go. It's like, I had enough of this. I can't do this no more. This is draining me. There is no life in this. This is dead weight. And so it's time to go. So that's another thing, lack of commitment, boredom, feeling unappreciated. And before I forget, this is a huge one. When the wife decides not to have sex with the husband, none at all, or as often as they should, the man feels like I've got to get my sexual satisfaction somewhere else because it's not being satisfied. You see, for a man, sex is not a want, sex is a need. And a lot of women don't seem to understand that. God created a man with an innate need for sex, not a want. And that's why some men run women like that and go after sex like that. Sometimes they do have a sexual addiction. Because, it's like you run every skirt you see, you want to be behind it or under it or whatever. Hey, truth be told. But some men have sexual addiction problems. Now, any other type of addiction is going to cause them to more than likely cheat also. Sexual addiction, we're talking about alcohol addiction, drug addiction, and even pornography. These things cause major problems in the relationship, in the marital home, and causes the spouse to want to cheat. Now, not in every case, but in most cases, you'll find that they end up cheating. A low self-image. You want to feel good. You want to feel better than how you feel. You've got a low self-image. You're going to cheat. Also, too, when a man is getting older and he starts looking at himself and is like, again, low self-image from getting older, from aging, they want to cheat. Again, I'm not saying every single man will do that. But the statistics say that men are 40 times more ready to cheat than 40 times more than a man will cheat. So the percentage is like, wow. That's why you see a lot of women don't trust men. A lot of women say that all men cheat, which is not true. It's not. But quite a few men cheat. 40% more times than a man will end up cheating. That's some crazy stuff, but it's just a fact. It's just what men do. Like I said, they chase every skirt. You see a beautiful woman, you want her. Then you see another beautiful woman a few minutes later. Then you want that one. Then, maybe another hour after, you see another one you want. Come on. There's a scripture that says, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. Okay? And I acted as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. So you did everything like a child. You thought as a child. Of course, children are going to do foolish things. But my God, when you grow up and you're still doing the same stuff, something is not right. Mentally, there could be a problem. Mental illness will also cause a man to cheat. And it's funny because the other lady that he's cheating with don't recognize that he's got mental issues. But mental illness will cause a man to cheat. I've seen something similar lately with someone I know, and they're going through mental illness and they're cheating. And they come up with all kind of stuff. Stuff that never happened. Stuff that be like, huh? Yeah. And they're cheating. So it's just a lot of different reasons why a man would cheat. A lot of reasons why a man would cheat. Because, like I said, a lot of women said there are no reasons. I just gave you a few. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you another one right now. Revenge. A man will cheat out of revenge if she did him something and she hurt him. Even if she was, I hate to say it, but even if she was right with what she did, because sometimes some men can be dogs, like a lot of you women say. But, nonetheless, revenge. A man will take revenge on a woman by cheating on her. And basically say, yeah, there you go, that's what you get. So, that's another reason. So there are just so many reasons why a man would cheat. Immaturity is one of them, definitely. Some men just don't grow up. Some men don't realize it's time to grow up and stop running all the skirts. It's time to grow up and be an adult and stop acting like when you were a teenager. And some men really don't want to settle down. They really don't. Some men give you the excuse, there's so many women to one man. Hey, what's the big deal? I can have 2 or 3, So It's just a myriad of reasons, but as children of God, this is not supposed to happen. And we find that even in the church, you got deacons cheating, you got trustees cheating, you got pastors cheating. My Lord. And don't they know that they have to give an account to God for everything that they have done? Sometimes we forget that. But we have to consider these things. Now, we're going to deal with why a woman cheats. Well, we're not going to do that right now. We're going to do it another time. But right now, we're talking to the fellas. Why do men cheat? Okay, a lot of women ask the question, so here are your answers. You need to be taking notes, making sure that you know. If you have a husband that travels a lot, is out of town, never around much, that can also open a door for cheating. Because if he's not around, then where is his sexual satisfaction coming from? Now, I mentioned pornography before. He could be getting it through that way, or he could be cheating with another woman somewhere. Either at work, on the road, somewhere. So these are the things that we have to consider. There's so many reasons why men will cheat. But I just wanted you to know that there are reasons, whether you think they're legitimate or not, these are the reasons. These things are real. And we got to take our head out the sand and stop hiding our heads in the sand and acting as if these things don't happen. They do happen every single day. As a matter of fact, there's a show on TV called Cheaters. I think I watched it once or two times. But this is the stuff that happens. And you would say, well, if a man cheats on his wife, he doesn't love her, and that's not true. And you're like, huh? Really? Yeah. A man can love his wife and still cheat. He said, how is that possible? It is possible. He can love his wife and still cheat. Sometimes, like I said, a man will cheat, use the new person as a scapegoat or as a bridge, trying to get away from his marriage. So for some people, and I'm going to come up with something else in a minute, but for some people, it's easier to open a new door before you close the old one. So it's easier to transition through that new door. If you get my gist, get a new woman and you focus on that new woman. That gives you the motivation to get rid of your wife. You got me? That's how some of them do. That's why I'm sure you know. Some men will promise this new woman, yeah, I'm going to divorce her. I'm going to get rid of her. You know? And because some are telling the truth and some are lying. Some want to have both of them. So they just make that promise, but they don't intend on doing it. But like I said, some people use that new relationship to give them the motivation to get rid of the old one. Narcissist will do that. A man who's a narcissist, it is easier for him to open that door and then use that as motivation to close the old one, to get rid of that wife. First of all, we know that a narcissist feels like everything is about him. Everything revolves around him. It's all about him and not the other person. So guess what? He's going to do whatever he wants to do. No problem. Because he has no empathy, basically no emotions, no feelings of remorse or anything of that nature. So, yeah, why not? Listen, it's a messed up world out here. And I've always mentioned that we're all looking for love and we're looking for companionship. You don't want to be fooled. You don't want to be taken for a ride. You're too experienced to be taken for a ride. You're too experienced to be taken for a stroll. You know, you cannot let them take you down the road, you know, as if you're stupid and you don't have no sense. So you got to keep your eyes open. Whenever something don't feel right, more than likely something is not right. You pay attention. It's unfortunate, like I said, as believers in Jesus Christ, that some of us are dealing with that stuff. Cheating. Dealing with either a wife or a husband cheating. It's not right. But you've got to get to the bottom of understanding why is it that they're cheating. There is always a reason. Whether you want to accept it, yes or no, there is a reason. And I've just given you several of them. So you can consider those things as to why a man cheats. A woman cheats for different reasons than a man would. Some, I would say, some are similar, but you'll be surprised at some of the reasons why a woman would cheat. So, that is it for me today. Why do men cheat? Why do men cheat? Listen, leave your comments, please, and share the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and click the bell icon so as to not miss any new videos when they're posted. Okay, my name is William Nelson Ryan. Again, leave your comments. I want to hear how you feel, what you've got to say about this. Please, let's share, let's talk. So until next time, I will see you in my next video. God bless you.